Am I the a-hole for asking a black woman to pay the check, not knowing it was already paid? I, 23F, am a Latina living in Spain and working in an ice cream shop. An American couple came in and ordered some ice cream and coffee. The woman was the only one talking since she speaks Spanish and her partner went straight to the table. This woman was difficult to deal with, she was rude and snobbish, so I tell my coworker, 25F, I'll finish the order. All good, being nice to her despite her attitude. Well, she asked me for the check, and for whatever reason doesn't trust that it was giving her the right amount, 13 euros, so she asked to see the receipt before she paid for anything. I politely explained that I cannot give the receipt before registering the sell, but could still see it on my very visible screen. She proceeded to ignore me and asked my coworker if it was correct. She backs me up and the woman returned to her table. Without paying. I returned to the kitchen to load the dishwasher. When I get out of the kitchen and back to the main area, they are getting ready to leave, so before she leaves the store I say, "Excuse me, your check." Oh my, this woman turned to me really angry and said I was an AITAH. She had paid my coworker already. I wasn't aware. I tell her I'm sorry, that I didn't know and it's all fine. Well, she told me that we were the rudest people she ever met, that I was lucky her partner didn't speak Spanish, that we made her feel ashamed in front of all the clients, 3 people, calling her out, etc. At this point I was still talking calmly to her, had already apologized and said it was a misunderstanding and that it happens a lot, it's not a big deal. She leaves. 5 minutes later the man, the twice my size Caucasian 60-ish man, came back and starts to full on yell at me, telling me that I did that because she was black, that I was a racist bitch, that I should be ashamed of myself and more nasty stuff. He was furious. I was shocked because the fact that she was black hadn't even crossed my mind for a second, and I'm still trying to explain the mistake to her, that he was way out of line and her being whatever color wasn't the reason for me to do anything. With his hand in my face he tells me to poop up. I lost my temper. I told him this is my store and you have to get out right now. You cannot yell at me. He then punches my crystal doors and I repeat, get out of my store or I am calling the police. He continued to yell how I dare to call the police, but when he saw I was on the phone they finally left. He wrote a review of my store, saying I accused her of stealing because she is black, and call the cops on her. My boss is aware of everything and is backing me up, as well as my coworkers and the police. I just needed my side of the story to be heard. I feel so disgusted. I don't get their reaction at all. I just asked to pay the check, like I've done a million times before. AITAH?